おかしいくらい飛び去らね3秒で分からせてやむない嘘さを吐き出さ進化するフロー次元を越えて道へにはその呼吸重なりていくスパイラルトーン
Sup gamers, today we will be building the GMMK Pro from Glorious. I made this video to show how much we can put into a single keyboard build. This video is meant a lot more for enthusiasts and beginners alike to show that, well, you don't really need a fortune after you've gotten your keyboard kit to make a relatively nice board. As the budget is varied, you can use this guide as a baseline indicator for what you want to achieve with your build. Look out for part 2 of this series where I try to build the most expensive GMMK Pro configuration. So let's start with checking out the GMMK Pro. It's a 75% that can be bought here in Indonesia for around 3 million, sorry about that, or 200 USD. It comes with a rotary encoder that is used for a lot of things. Volume, muting, everything like that. With the price point, it comes with some PCB mount stabs called goat stabilizers. A lot of feedback from the community was that these were horrible. Surely they can't be that bad. Okay, they are pretty unforgivable. Being over a loop and having the keycaps stuck while I was testing them. So let's replace them with some cherry PCB mount stabs that cost around 240,000 or around 15 US dollars. For the foam configuration, I have decided to opt for just the middle foam configuration and leaving the bottom piece of foam like just out of the case. For the switches, I will be using a budget switch known as the Gateron yellow 3s. These bad boys can be received for less than 0.25 cents per switch or $25 for 100 of them. I'm currently using them in stock because the latest batch of KS3s that I received happened to be not as scratchy, so lube wasn't necessary. However, when buying switches, please note this batch variants. This is just a gauge for cost and how much of a cost-effective switch the Gateron yellows can be. For the keycaps, we will be using Geekark R1 black on white, a budget keycap set that is sold for a really good price with good quality. The reason that I called this video ethical is because I refrain from using clones of GMK or PBD design of sets that are sold. Apologize for going on a small rant, but as I have GMK and PBD keycaps, getting clones just feel quite literally like, unwell. If clone manufacturers can get their own designs and their own colorways, or just stick to just black on white and white on black, I would trust their products a lot more. However, the state that clones are currently being handled right now is just something that I am really against. As such, does this mean that I will be buying GMK after market prices? No, but clones will never fill the void that is left when you buy a knockoff of something you really, really want. It just feels empty, you know? In short, my dislike for clones and the companies behind them just feels like it damages the community. It lowers expectations and it's just not that good. Even the legends aren't good. Sure, GMK wait times are bad, but man, clones will never feel as good as a decent PBT or GMK set that is designed by an actual designer or someone who understands kitting. When adding the total cost of the board, it would amount to around to be 4.5 million rupiah or around $300 in total, which includes all the switches, changing to decent stabs and getting some good quality keycaps. Personally, the overall cost for me is very efficient, very competitive with my Osmo 60. Getting a decent keyboard for the price and having it be alu gasket mounted with some good switches for a typing experience. Plate interference and alignment with the Cherry PCB mount stabilizers being the highlight of the build. It took me around 3 hours to put the board together just because of the interference I felt with the plate. So definitely something that Glorious can do better. I think that taking into account how good and efficient the build experience could have been for a board is something very important as well. For typing experience with this build, the board is actually pretty decent. My typing experience was nice. I was pleasantly surprised by how the GMMK Pro holds up in daily use, and I've been using it as my daily driver for a while. It's strange that because I have been disappointed by Glorious before, with their first iteration into the hobby being the horrible Glorious Panda switches. But yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised by the GMMK Pro. If they fix the plate interference in the next iteration, it would be very nice. But for now, this is a good build. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the build guide. I'll leave you with a typing test. But be warned though, typing tests aren't an indication of what the board feels like or what the board actually sounds like. Different things like mics picks up different patterns and yeah, all that stuff. Compression from YouTube is actually pretty bad for sound as well, but yeah, let's not get into it right now. But yeah, enjoy the typing test, and I hope this build guide helps you, at least saves your pocket when you build the GMMK Pro.
Peko na. Peko na. Tadi tadi tuh